Hey, I make enchiladas all the fucking time. They ain't your kind of enchiladas. It's Velveeta in that shit. It's Tony Chachere's in the meat.
Tommy, Marcos, and JJ, we're talking about spa water. You guys ever had spa water before?
I've never been to a spa.
Me either.
Shit,
I can't afford it.
I can't afford it. You can afford the water.
Can't afford that.
You can afford the water.
Well, now
Tommy.
I know what I'm getting Tommy for Christmas.
Spa water. This is anti-inflammatory. It's packed with antioxidants. It really helps with my digestion and is personally just my favorite way to stay hydrated. So let's get into it. We're gonna start with half.
Okay, Gracie _ Norton
Of course.
is now off of TikTok because of this video.
What do you mean?
She has been kicked off in the sense that she no longer uploads videos. She was tired of the backlash because of this heinous crime of spa water. Earnestly, Marcos, do you know what spa water is?
No, I don't. I know where it's going because of we talked about this show beforehand, but I don't know
what happened.
I don't know what.
Do you know what spa water is? If you heard the name.
Well, I mean, yes, now.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before.
So Tommy is the biggest clueless man here, and I'm not saying that disrespectfully.
No, I have no idea.
doesn't read
I don't
the chat.
want to know what the fuck.
He just doesn't read the chat.
You guys, it's a lot of information in there.
Dude, we literally just argued about Green Lantern. Well, not argued. We discussed Green Lantern.
Well, you tagged me in that.
Sorry, texting. The village had enough of her mess and threw her out. So spa water, Tommy. Let me see if you've ever been. If you find this familiar, spa water. You take a fruit or a vegetable. She got a cucumber here. Big popular one is watermelon. You get the watermelon or fruit. You mash it down. You blend it up. And you rinse out the pulp, and you just get like kind of the juice of it. Then you throw in some water, maybe some sugar, some honey, mix it all up, and you have yourself some fruity, delicious water.
Agua fresca, right? In our neighborhood, that's what it was. That's what you just described.
Yes. You are correct, my friend.
Okay, yeah.
So
this is Texas.
There's been
I know what that is. I know what the fuck that is.
Exactly. So there was a
not called fucking spa water,
right? Well, I'm glad you're gonna get as upset about that because now you're talking about what we talked about in the last segment with that clean girl aesthetic being renamed something different. I believe she got this. I don't think she invented it. I think she got it from a website. No. I meant the spa water name.
Oh, okay.
But I think she found a recipe somewhere that stated that. She put it out there like she discovered it, like she was the one to invent it.
Really?
And put it out there. And she had done a couple of videos of different spa waters that were refreshing and healthy and good for your skin. And
was one pomegranate?
I don't even know if they were available.
I'm going to say one was probably pomegranate.
Hibiscus?
Yeah. Pomegranate hibiscus, I'm sure was one of them.
Marcos actually helped me with this one. We're talking about cultural appropriation. He brought this one in. Minute Maid. Hibiscus AF
what the fuck?
is the new and refreshing AF, or as fuck stands for aguas frescas, or does it? Hibiscus. Now, I didn't even know that hibiscus was Jamaica in Spanish.
They're writing articles about this right now. Like, because I just wanted to look into like who came up with spa water. There was an article written 9 hours ago, and the headline is "I almost choked on my."
It was me, Austin. It was always me.
I almost choked on my agua fresca when I learned about spa water.
Right.
Oh wow, this is a real thing.
I kind of want to find that article.
Holy
What's the website
shit.
that made it?
Refinery 29.
I almost choked on my agua fresca when I learned about spa water. They've had some immediate rebuttals. Obviously, the video that I played had a lady shaking her head in front because the original's gone now. It's deleted off of the face of the earth, but it still exists.
It's the internet, so yes,
Right.
it still exists.
And this is Eric Angel. It might be a repost, but green screen. It's the clean girl aesthetic with the spa water.
Oh no.
The spa water.
¿Qué chingados es eso?
Spa water, the one with great benefits.
Agua fresca.
Agua spa.
¿Pa' qué tanto pedo?
Yeah. Let me get the one with cucumber, please.
Okay.
Gracias. Madison, I found a spa water place.
That will be my new Starbucks.
Exactly. Great benefits. I was telling Bob the other day too. They have horchata, Jamaica.
And that's
a good one.
That one, I called it Jamaica for a long time. Knowing it was Jamaica, it spelled Jamaica. Where do you
We did
land on
too.
this? Where do you land on this one, guys? Because this one is like between Minute Maid coming out with an agua fresca in a can, which
rough.
defeats the purpose of the name fresh water.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Where do you guys land on it?
I don't know what you want me to say, Sam. It's gone now.
Do you think it's? I don't think
Look.
it's gone, man. Because the
Y'all gotta
backlash-
fight harder for shit. Y'all are doing great with this.
Bro, we bullied a chick off of TikTok. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. You did good there.
we killed a child.
What did we kill Charlie?
we
Her
didn't.
spirit.
We
Yeah,
figuratively
you
killed a
did.
child.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
That is true.
Right.
You seem to be really standing on the table for this one. Yeah, just keep doing that. I'm sure Minute Maid do the same thing you did to her to Minute Maid.
Minute Maid,
And there you
fuck
go.
off.
I don't
Yeah.
give a shit about Minute Maid. Like,
I don't either, but still,
See, here's
they're actually capitalizing.
here's
off of
the
She
thing.
actually, got what, a few views.
here's sort of the thing with like cultural appropriation and stuff. Like, if we want stuff like our culture to be mainstream,
Minute Maid.
this is
going to
be part of it. Like,
True.
this is,
Has anyone tried it?
Tried what?
The agua fresca.
is it
TJ
out?
did. He said he liked it.
He had never had it before.
No, TJ said he liked. No, he's
Oh,
never
he
had
did.
an actual agua fresca, but he said he had that
He
drink.
went out on a limb
Oh,
and
the
did
can.
that. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, you
He
went
said
and
it was
found it.
okay. He is the
They
beverage
probably
guy.
gave it to him at work.
Yeah.
Oh, they have that shit is fully stocked.
TJ
I worked in the same office as TJ. Yeah, no.
TJ is our purveyor of sugar goods
The
and
same
services.
building, rather, yeah.
Like he loves his sugary beverages.
loves
Candy
it.
man.
He's
really
a candy
is.
man. But like
The
from,
candy man can.
from Mexican restaurants to elote stands to summertime carne
Thought you were
asadas,
Tony
many of us grew up sipping aguas frescas, the refreshing Mexican staple made by blending fruit and water, just enough sugar and lime juice.
Yeah.
It's been our community for
Simple and
generations.
delicious.
Pre-Columbian even. And that's why so many of our
And they're
of
great
us
frozen as well.
are upset that we heard on TikTok calling it spa water. In July, TikToker Gracie Norton shared multiple videos of her mixing together a fruity and anti-inflammatory drink, she called it. The health benefits.
Oh, wow. That's...
Called spa water to more than her 500,000 followers.
What's funny is that like aguas fresca is not healthy.
It's really
No,
not.
It's sugar, it's Kool-Aid for you guys.
Right.
That's all it
natural
is.
Kool-Aid. It's
Yeah, it's natural
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
So like where she was like, it's an anti-inflammatory.
Same amount of sugar.
I'm not sure about that.
Same amount of sugar.
You're just saying shit right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, her alleged discovery of a so-called wellness drink as another example of cultural appropriation and or food gentrification. Let's be clear, as a Mexicana, the person reading the article, writing the article,
It's like whenever I like walk around Whole Foods and they're like, "This is gluten free," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking steak."
That is
I
a
hate that
protein.
shit. Yeah,
That
right.
was a completely different nutrient.
Introducing gluten-free honey. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Okay.
it's all organic. Yeah, it's bees.
Artisan gluten-free honey is like, okay.
The one that white people fall for all the time is vodka. It's like, oh, this is gluten
Make it
free.
artisan or gluten-free.
Right.
Boom.
Welcome everybody to the Manscaped Den. Did you know that over 5 million, that's right, 5 million. It used to be 4, now it's 5. 5 million people have trusted their goods with the Manscaped. Now here at Manscaped, here at the Mexcellence, I should say, we enjoy Manscaped. They've been sponsoring us for almost more than half a year, for a long time. They've given us many items. They've taken care of us in many ways. And they've given us a coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping. You could do that yourself as well. And there's a summer sale going on right now. 20% off the entire website. I wonder if they stack. Let's go ahead and take a look at something that's quite wonderful. And we're going to talk about Platinum Package 4.0. Let's go ahead and add it to the cart. Let's go to checkout here. And summer's already applied, but guess what? If you use MEX20, it lets them know that we're the ones that sent you. But at the end of the day, be sure to go to manscaped.com, use coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping off your entire order. And your balls, as always, will thank you. I think that's the question is, when is it appropriation? When is it appreciation? And
I
this,
don't think it
and
is
this
any
one,
appreciation. That's the problem.
yeah. And I think that's what people are concerned
it's
about.
people not knowing the connection to stuff, and then you can't get mad about that because, I mean, I let shit like that go all the time. People don't take the every time we talk about movies, it's like, oh, this is referencing this movie, which goes back to this movie, which goes back to this story, and we just let it go because it's like, well, we're fucking nerds, and I understand that that's a very weird comparison, but I mean, for an average I don't know. It's not Gen Z. It's whatever is after Gen Z because I assume that's the main
Alpha, I think.
Alpha. Yeah, like they're just kids flipping through TikTok videos.
That's how they're raised.
Yeah,
Right.
they're not.
Yeah.
They're not trying to. So some of them will go back. Some of them will not, and they'll just accept it for what it is and be like, okay, cool. This is something that fits in. I do think that Gen Z and Gen Alpha are gonna have a really weird thing of growing up where it's like. Everything is open. Like I listen to new bands once in a while that are like filled with 19-year-olds, and they sound like The Cure from the 80s because it's just like we found The Cure and thought like
they looped back around too.
Yes. It's kind of a double-edged sword because I love that about them is that they respect old fucking Kate Bush we talked about.
Well, like the thing,
Like that's insane that they made that number one and made that comeback because they like it.
Well,
and
like-
they do things like that.
everything's available on the internet. They're gonna get things that are up to the front that are popular, clean girl aesthetic, that kind of shit, and the history of that is gonna be there as well. I mean, right there, that article was like, oh yeah, this is based in black and brown culture. What happens then? Do we make sure that do we force it down their throat that you have to know the history, or do we let them discover it, or do we just let it happen? Is it an inevitability?
I mean, that's I can tell you this as a punk rocker and a ska kid. It never works out to be a gatekeeper. It's like you can't come in here without telling me 5 special songs. Like it just doesn't work out.
Are you a wizard?
Yeah.
Tell me these
The
songs.
ska
3.
wizard. Yeah.
No, but I mean I know that it's weird.
Ska wizard.
I mean, but if you go to punk, it's like you can't come in here without telling me 4 Operation Ivy songs, and they would literally beat the shit out of you once upon a time. Oh shit! But like, no, it just doesn't work. Like you can't gatekeep. Is what it is.
It
what
doesn't
is.
work with this generation at all.
Yeah.
To me, like my whole, you know me, my whole outlook is compromise. It's a compromise.
Even we grew up at a time where a lot of white people got into music because hip hop because of Linkin Park,
Right?
And the whole time, Mike Shinoda was like, "Yeah, dude, I got these influences from like Grandmaster Flash, like all these other things. You need to check out." And nobody did. Like I don't
They
know.
always do that. No one ever does check it. Like I would think it would be interesting to see the influences of one of your favorite artists, but people don't give a flying fuck. They'd rather see the amalgamation of that.
Street corn salad is the perfect summer side, and it's so delicious.
Summer side.
I need to go try that Mexican street corn salad right now.
Oiga, ¿sí me puede dar un Mexican
booty
corn
shorts.
salad? Un Mexican corn salad.
You want some dope wings in Austin? Check
Ah,
out
ok,
Hoover's.
entonces nada más
I don't know where that is.
Elote en vaso.
You know what's funny though? Like, I bet the white people use better corn.
Yo, he
You
said
say,
he didn't
like
have
quality
Mexican
corn?
Yeah,
salad.
like-
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think one, this looks just like it. Let me see. Mmm. Delicious.
Mexican street
Mexican, like, where did I find the
Where
elote
is that
places? To
also?
be honest, that's what I'm
South
looking for.
side.
And
That's what-
you live in Austin. They're here. You just got to branch out.
It was actually like you told me it's like where are the good Mexican restaurants,
Off
and then
Old
and then you were like, oh, up here I don't fucking know. But the one time we were in South Austin, I was like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we
the one
can.
you took me to.
They're all in
the one you
South
took me to
Austin.
was fucking
yeah.
amazing.
They either on fucking Lamar or they're on South Austin.
children running around.
There was a child behind the register. There was a Mexican announcer talking about God knows what in the background. I mean, he knew.
Soccer.
I didn't. I heard
Nice.
like it was the good one, right? But like,
So great food.
right, great food.
Yeah.
I got
That's
the basics, but like,
look, if ever you come to Austin, that's when you know you're getting great food.
but like for fuck's sake, man, Mexican street corn salad.
Fuck,
We have a
man.
name for it. There's a. I had to.
At least they never changed the name of our shit. They stole it, but they didn't change the
Well,
name.
a lot of your shit's in English, to be fair.
By default, yes.
Right. Right. They would have called
Yeah.
this corn in a vase, which is the wrong translation of it.
I'm sure in Africa it had a different name, but yes, it has a certain name.
But like, so when it comes to food, the big question always is when it comes to even chefs and stuff is when is it, or do you have to follow the rules of the original culture when making it? Because honestly,
No, you just
like
have
this
to-
here,
yeah.
it's the same thing.
Same thing.
It's
with
minus
more
the grandma.
ingredients.
She added
Yeah.
her secret ingredient though.
Está here, goddammit.
Secret.
No, and then the other one, the agua fresca, was just a direct stolen. It's the exact
It's
same
the
recipe.
Same thing. It's hard to.
And
yeah.
so it's like, where does the line blur? Where it's just like, oh, it's just people doing their own thing, and where it's literally just culture vulturing, right?
No, you call it agua fresca. And you're like, this is my take on agua fresca.
Right.
Boom.
You think that's where it is?
That's it.
Is by just not changing the name. Is it in the
Yeah,
name?
'cause, hey, I make enchiladas all the fucking time. They ain't your kind of enchiladas. It's Velveeta in that shit. It's Tony Chachere's in the meat.
Wait. What kind of tortilla?
Corn.
Okay.
You should find.
Oh no, we know that part. Like we know the action, we know
White
the
people
basics.
don't, though.
But we gonna put some Cajun
I've
seasoning
seen
in that
plenty
shit.
of blasphemous recipes that use flour tortillas, and I'm like,
no.
Hold on.
oh, this is all wrong.
God, that
Hold
was
on. Can I
gross
He's
as
using
fuck.
flour for one.
Can I nickname?
no.
Can I nickname JJ the blasphemous enchilada? That's a cool ass
That's
nickname.
his
if I
Twitter
say so
handle.
much. No more super side JJ the
Blasphemous
blasphemous
enchilada.
enchilada.
No, I'm
Yeah,
Hunky
no.
D. Luffy now.
Because that's the thing.
Monkey D. Luffy.
Look, I'm telling you, real quick. Every last one of you, I'm gonna have my mom make her Tex-Mex dishes, and I want you all to try them because it's literally, it's a soul food spin on Mexican foods.
Yeah,
make that fucking fusion restaurant because I
that
would
one-
go to that shit. It's
That's
delicious.
fine.
Yeah,
Like,
Dude, I want you to take me to Houston just so we can go eat at soul food restaurants.
Oh yeah, that's all they have.
Food people tend to be more generous with. Like Marcos, you talked
I
about the
actually was
cultural
going
thing.
the opposite way because I was like, I can forgive the look thing because it's just babies looking up what TikTok tells them to do. Everyone you showed me was like, you should have some sense to look.
Well, I guess what I was kind of positing was the fact that when you go
13-year-olds aren't making agua frescas. That's why I'm drawing the line there.
no,
It's
they
like,
can't be
You know
trusted with
better.
anything plain.
He opened up to know better. He ain't lying though.
Well, I guess because you were like, well, Mexicans are real open to giving the food and the sombreros and stuff like that. The food being a particular one, but is it because it's coming from us that makes it that as such? Is that the argument?
100%.
Absolutely.
Expand.
So when it comes to like we're being a giving culture, it's giving if we're the ones making money off it, kind of in a way.
Yeah.
But if somebody else is doing it, I mean, it's just to do it and then call it something else. I guess that's where the line is because you can't look up street corn or whatever it is without like. It's right there.
Corn salad, but the corn salad is
yeah.
something
But
completely
you
different.
can't even look. You can't even Google spa water without pulling up agua frescas. Like it's the internet is literally giving you the information for you. Like it's different. Mexican pizza is not a thing. Taco Bell made that up.
Take it back.
No, they can have it.
Right, tostadas are a thing, but they call them
Tostadas are a
Mexican
thing.
pizza.
That's just two lands of tostadas. That's all a Mexican pizza is.
But to go what it is, like I'm saying, like the internet is literally giving you the information. Like you don't see a street corn salad, Google street corn salad, and it's like, oh, it's just like that. Also, on top of that, you have to be. There's no restaurant selling you street corn or whatever
Street corn salad, yeah.
street corn salad. You literally your first exposure to it. I mean, I don't live everywhere. I don't live in New York or Maine or anything.
Right.
But there has to be some Mexican somewhere that's probably like the cure.
Elote.
Because like everyone knows elotes actually. Like Kendrick Lamar had the elote in the palm tree. I fucking love that imagery, right? Yeah. There's this one gif of this little black kid eating an elote just like grooving, just like butter and
life
mantequilla
in
on his
Houston.
face. And
What
shit.
you
Nacho
talking
Libre
about?
came out.
Nacho Libre came out. And because it was on a stick, they were like, "Oh, you put it in a cup. It's something different." It's.
I don't even think it's that. It's just like, literally, it's. I just need to go to a fair in Cleveland, is what it comes down to.
And just give them good Mexican food.
No. I just need to be
why?
proven. No, I just need to be proven right. But I know.
Not in Cleveland,
I've
you're
never
not.
been to Cleveland, but
Why
I'm
would you
pretty
want
sure there's at least one Mexican there with a cart that's like elote. Like,
I don't know. I wouldn't feel safe if I was a Mexican in Cleveland doing that shit.
dude, they get
Ohio,
jumped.
man.
They get jumped here. What are
Hey,
you
man.
talking about?
Midwest. No, dude. Well,
Hey,
that's for
there
different
is-
reasons.
there's 39
that's not for racism.
39,000 Latinos in Cleveland, Ohio.
39,000? Really?
Yep. Out of a total population of 37.
Y'all just now getting a Marvel superhero. How
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
crazy.
I thought we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
Wasn't the episode of cultural appropriation.
That's another episode.
No, well, that's cultural appropriation.
Could have
goes
gave you your own
many
movie,
ways.
but it's fine. Let's pit us against each other.
No.
But yeah.
Closer to Black Panther. But like this shit just happened. Like you said, articles are still being written about like what the fuck to do with this.
Well,
You
the
know?
fact that articles are being written means it's being recognized. It's not
Right.
just us. But I think the generation that's now doesn't like this shit, and they're taking a page out of a lot of cultures who don't like appropriations book. It's like, what the fuck? Like, no, it's not. That's not what this is.
I don't know how to link it to the TikTok that I wanted to show and that fucking Key found, where it's just like it's a white dude and he's wearing a sarape and a hat, and then like he literally goes up to a whole bunch of like people in college, and they're like, "Hey, is this?" He's like, "Hey, is this offensive?" And they're like, "No." I mean, no. The college kids are like, "Yes, that is 100% offensive."
Well, the problem is it's from PragerU.
I understand
What is
that,
that?
too, but it's still like I understand if
A bad thing did a good thing.
yeah,
Both these statements can be true.
any white person can wear that and go like, well, you might get beat up depending on what part of town. But
Well, that's the thing, right? I'm trying to look it up and not ruin my fucking shit right now.
But most older Mexican people, they just don't care that much. They just think it's kind of cool, and it transcends even that kind of stereotype because
You think my
Here you go. I'll play it for you.
outfit is offensive?
Are you Mexican?
No.
Yes.
I think it reaffirms
And mind you, he's wearing a sarape, sombrero, and a fake mustache.
stereotypes that are offensive to people.
this is a white lady saying this.
yours.
Do you find my outfit offensive?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's not your culture.
You don't really understand what their culture means and what it means to wear these things, like the hats and the maracas. You know, you sort of have to understand where all of this comes from for it to not be cultural appropriation.
And meanwhile, on Olvera Street, the oldest street in Los Angeles.
Does my outfit offend you?
No. You look nice.
Do you like my costume?
Yes.
Does it offend you?
No.
Do you like my outfit?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Does my outfit offend you?
No, not at all.
No, nothing. That's good.
Do you think my outfit?
So you should have said older Mexicans.
Well,
Right.
but that's the
But is
thing.
it-
We are just a giving culture at the end of the day.
No, but the thing is that
Look,
and
can
my
I be
argument,
honest
real quick,
here?
my argument to that is
Yeah.
that
I don't
could-
know
that-
how heavily edited.
Can I have
it is.
honest-
no, but that culture had to assimilate or die.
But it's
And if they didn't allow for that shit, if they didn't let shit like that slide, they would have been fucking lynched just the same.
yeah.
Like, my dad had to fight a dude off a street because he was walking on the sidewalk. The white guy coming across it. Why the fuck did you not get off the sidewalk, you fucking spick? And he fought the motherfucker because he couldn't do that shit. Like, but that's what those guys had to deal with. That's how old some of these guys are.
So it's a similar thing because black people have this too, to where it's like shit. The younger generation for sure finds offensive, and the older generation is like, it's fine.
But I mean, I understand a lot of the bias towards this video because, like Sam said, it's a PragerU video. It's probably heavily edited, where you probably
I'm
did
sure.
find Mexicans that were like,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
but at the end of the day, it's still a culture that's just happy to be there at the end of the day. Like, I know it's really weird, but it's like when a lot of people were like, hey, we should get rid of Speedy Gonzalez. Every Mexican was like, I don't know about that because that's all we got.
Right. That one I understood a little more, and because he always won. He never was
He was
made to be a
always the
fool.
guy. Yeah, no, he was always the
Slowpoke
one.
Rodriguez is a kind of a fuck up.
Was that a character?
Slowpoke,
Yes.
yeah, that was
it's
his cousin.
Oh, I remember Slowpoke. Oh, wow. Yeah,
Hey,
no, that was a stereo.
Speedy.
Yeah, I remember Slowpoke.
Where are you going today?
Oh,
like
Jesus.
just
And
bad.
then
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. So this Slowpoke has his own issues. This is Martin's story about the movie that you hate with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, tax
Tax
collector.
collector.
The tax collector, where it's like, yes, it is really bad that Shia LaBeouf is playing whatever.
Creeper.
Yeah.
Creeper.
But Mexicans are just happy that like he's
no,
there.
no.
Like
They thought he was sexy. The
Yeah.
women thought he was sexy, which is that's a whole different issue.
Guys just deserve so much more.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.